All right, so today we're going to try something a little different.
Okay.
Normally we kind of hop around between a bunch of different stories and sources and kind of synthesize it all.
Yeah.
But today we're going so deep on just one
Oh, wow.
that it's going to feel like we're right there with you.
I like it.
So today's deep dive is all about Water's Edge in Franklin, Tennessee.
Nice.
And this is really cool. I mean, we've got a ton of information on this place.
Yeah, it seems like a really unique spot, especially for Williamson County.
Yeah, so we're going to look at what it feels like to be there.
Okay.
We've got some information about kind of the community and the events and things like that.
Oh, fun.
We've got real estate data actually from the first quarter of this year.
Interesting.
And even some information about events coming up for the spring and summer.
Wow. Okay, so the goal is, if somebody is considering a move to Water's Edge or just wants to know what it's like or just interested in unique communities, this is going to give them the full picture.
That's the plan.
Cool. I'm excited.
So the first thing I have to say about Water's Edge is that the overall feel, when you look at all this material that we've got, is just one of peace.
Really?
And being welcome there. They've got sidewalks throughout the neighborhood.
Okay.
And the houses are all these different styles.
Yeah.
There's single-story cottages and then like bigger two-story houses too. So it seems very diverse.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. It looks very carefully designed.
Yeah.
Not cookie cutter at all.
Exactly. And they've got these walking trails along the Harpeth River.
Oh, wow.
Which is just so peaceful, just even thinking about it,
Yeah, I could see how that would be a big draw for people.
Yeah, it just adds to that calm feeling.
Absolutely.
And everybody talks about how friendly everybody is there.
Oh, really?
Like people wave to each other in the morning.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then they chat with their neighbors in the evening.
That's so nice.
And I think that really contributes to that whole feeling.
Yeah, just makes it feel like a real community. Not just a bunch of houses next to each other.
Exactly.
So I'm noticing a theme here of nature being very important to this community.
Absolutely. A lot of the houses actually back up to these open spaces and tree lines.
Wow.
And it just adds to that sense of privacy.
Yeah.
You're not right up against your neighbors.
Right.
And it really makes you feel like you're surrounded by nature.
It seems like they were really going for that private retreat kind of feel.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're still really close to downtown Franklin.
Oh, that's right.
So you get that kind of peace and quiet, but you're still close to everything.
This is like the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
You could have your peace and quiet, but still have easy access to all the city stuff.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of what makes it appealing to people.
I can see that.
And it really encourages you to kind of slow down and enjoy life.
Okay.
Sit on your porch and watch your kids play in the yard.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just a different pace of life.
Yeah. And speaking of community, what about the social side of things?
Yeah, so it seems like a big part of what makes the community at Water's Edge so strong is the Homeowners Association.
Okay.
They're super active and they organized a ton of events and stuff.
Like what?
Well, in the summer, they do all these pool parties.
Fun.
And then when it's colder, they have all these gatherings at the clubhouse.
Okay.
And it seems like people really look forward to those things.
It sounds like they put a lot of effort into building that community.
Yeah, I think it's a big part of what makes people feel so connected.
I can see that.
Like they're really part of something.
So they have the community within Water's Edge, but then they also have that close proximity to downtown Franklin.
Yeah, it's like they get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
They've got this peaceful little neighborhood, but then they can just pop over to downtown Franklin.
And what's downtown Franklin like?
It's super charming. They've got all these little boutique shops.
Okay.
And these great restaurants.
And the specific ones worth mentioning?
A lot of them are farm to table, which is really cool.
Nice.
And they've got this historic district too, so you can really feel the history there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really special place.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, it's like a combination of nature and city life.
Yeah.
All in one place.
Pretty much.
And they also have all these events in Franklin, right?
Oh, yeah, tons of stuff, like the Main Street Festival.
Okay.
And Franklin on the 4th, which is a big 4th of July celebration.
Wow. So there's always something going on.
Yeah, it seems like a really lively place.
That's cool.
Okay, so we've talked about the feel of the community.
Yep.
What about the actual living? What makes it luxury living at Water's Edge?
Right. So one of the biggest things is the amenities.
Okay, what kind of stuff are we talking?
Well, they've got this amazing pool
Okay.
with a splash pad for the kids.
That's fun.
It seems like the pool is like the center of the neighborhood in the summertime.
Oh, I bet.
And they've also got a really nice fitness center.
Okay, so people don't even have to leave the neighborhood to work out.
Exactly.
That's convenient.
Yeah, and they have a clubhouse too.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, where they have all those events.
Right, right.
And then, of course, playgrounds for the kids.
Of course.
And those walking trails along the river.
It's like they've got everything.
They really thought of everything.
Yeah.
I'm also noticing that the utilities are all underground and the sidewalks are really well maintained.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It all just adds to that, like, polished feel.
Yeah, it feels very intentional.
Okay, so let's go inside the houses now.
Okay.
What are those like?
Well, from the looks of it, they're all about high-end finishes and comfort. A lot of them have these gourmet kitchens with stainless steel appliances and big islands.
Oh,
And they've got hardwood floors throughout and tons of natural light.
sounds lovely.
Yeah, and the primary suites are really something.
What do you mean?
Well, they often have these spa-like bathrooms
Oh, nice.
and huge walk-in closets.
That's
Yeah, and then, for relaxing, they have things like covered patios and gas fireplaces.
cozy.
Yeah, and then they've also got all these upgrades like smart storage and designer lighting.
Okay, so they've really paid attention to the details,
Absolutely.
both in terms of, like, looks and practicality.
Right, and I should mention that the schools are really good, too.
Oh, that's important for a lot of people.
Yeah, they're in the Trinity Elementary, Fred J. Page Middle, and Fred J. Page High School districts.
Wow, so if you've got kids, it's like the perfect place.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, so we've covered the lifestyle, the amenities.
Yep.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty,
Oh.
the real estate market.
Right, so we've got data from January 1st to March 31st of this year.
Okay.
And we actually got some insights from a guy named Marc, who's a national real estate coach and a local realtor.
Oh, wow. So he really knows his stuff.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Okay, so what did he tell you?
Well, first of all, there were 7 active listings in Water's Edge during that time period. And the prices ranged from $799,900
Okay.
up to $1,175,000.
Wow, that's a pretty big range.
Yeah, but the average list price was just over $1 million.
Wow.
And the average price per square foot was about $327.
Okay, and what about the size of those houses?
The square footage ranged from 2,172 to 3,946.
Okay, so it's pretty big houses.
Yeah, and on average, they had 5 bedrooms and 4 full baths.
Wow, that's a lot of space.
And here's the crazy part. The average time these houses were on the market was 6 days.
6 days.
6 days.
Wow, that is fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So if you're thinking about selling your house in Water's Edge, now's the time.
It seems like it.
Okay, what?
Well, there was one property that was under contract during that time, but it was still showing.
Okay.
And that one was listed at $845,000.
Okay.
For 2,411 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, and it had been on the market for 37 days.
Oh, so a bit longer than those other ones.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it went under contract.
Sure.
So there's definitely interest there.
Right.
And then let's see, there were 6 completed sales.
Okay.
And those ranged in price from $545,000 to $1,025,000.
Okay.
And the average sales price was just under $800,000.
We got it.
And the average price per square foot for those was about $333.
Okay.
And the size of those houses ranged from 1,474 square feet to 3,313 square feet.
Okay.
And they had an average of 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths.
Got it.
But here's a really interesting statistic. The average sales to list price percentage was 98.38%.
Wow, so they're selling for almost exactly what people are asking.
Pretty much.
That's a really good sign for sellers.
Yeah. And for buyers, it means you're probably going to have to be pretty competitive.
Right. You can't really lowball anybody.
Exactly. And then the average time those houses were on the market was 14 days.
Okay, so still really fast.
Oh, yeah. And one of them on Headwaters Drive actually sold with 0 days on the market.
0.
0.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. It's wild.
So basically, if you see a house you like in Water's Edge, you got to jump on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
And Marc actually said this, which I thought was really interesting. He said, Water's Edge is a gem for buyers and sellers alike. Its blend of luxury community and location paired with resort-style amenities and top schools drives demand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like everything is working in its favor.
Right.
High demand, low supply.
It sounds like a really hot market.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the events coming up for spring and summer?
All right, so in April, they've got the Water's Edge Spring Fling.
Okay.
That's on April 12th from 1 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And it sounds like a really fun, family-friendly event.
Like what kind of stuff do they do?
They're going to have games and food trucks.
Oh, fun.
And they're even going to have a house tour of a place on Crisp Springs Drive.
Cool. So if you're thinking about moving to Water's Edge, you can actually go see a house.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
And then they've also got the Franklin Main Street Festival, which is happening in late April.
Okay.
And that's a pretty big regional event.
Oh, cool. So it's not just Water's Edge, it's the whole area.
Yeah.
Okay, what about May?
Well, of course, they're going to have their pool opening bash.
I bet that's a big one.
Yeah, that's in mid-May.
Okay.
And they're going to have live music and treats.
It's like a party.
Yeah. And then they've also got the Williamson County Farmers Market every week in Franklin.
Oh, nice. So you can get your fresh produce.
Yeah, and support local farmers.
Awesome.
And then in June, they've got their Water's Edge Summer Social.
Okay.
And that's going to be at the clubhouse.
Okay.
And they're going to have a barbecue and lawn games.
So basically every month they have some big event for the residents.
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's like they're constantly building that community.
Yeah. And then, of course, at the end of June, they have Franklin on the 4th.
Oh, right. The 4th of July thing.
Yeah, with fireworks and all that.
Sounds fun.
So, yeah, lots of stuff going on.
Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Okay.
What are the key takeaways about Water's Edge?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that it's just this really well-rounded community.
Okay.
They've got beautiful houses.
Yep.
A really strong sense of community,
Yeah.
and an amazing location.
Yeah, it seems like they really thought of everything.
And those amenities are no joke.
Right. It's like living in a resort.
Exactly. And they seem to make a real effort to get people to connect with each other.
Yeah, those events are a great idea.
Yeah. And the real estate market is super hot right now.
So it's a good investment.
Seems like it.
And I really like that quote from Marc.
Oh, yeah, about it being an investment in a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's not just about buying a house.
Right. It's about buying into this whole way of life.
Exactly.
So if you're looking for a community that really feels like home,
Yep.
and you want a place with a ton of amenities and a great location, I mean, Water's Edge might be the place for you.
I can see why people love it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really does seem like a special place.
I think what really stuck with me is how they've managed to create this sense of luxury
Yeah.
while still maintaining that small town community feel.
Yeah, it's like they found the perfect balance.
Right, and they haven't sacrificed one for the other.
And you know what I think it all comes back to? That feeling of peace that I was talking about earlier. Like when you're there, you just feel this sense of calm.
Yeah, it's like you can finally exhale.
Exactly.
It's like a little oasis.
Yeah, and that's pretty rare these days.
Very true.
So yeah, if you're looking for a place to escape the hustle and bustle, and you want to be surrounded by friendly people
Yeah.
and beautiful nature, Water's Edge is definitely worth checking out.
It sounds like a dream.
So as you're thinking about your own life and what you want it to look like,
Yeah.
think about what it would mean to live in a place like Water's Edge. A
Yeah.
place where you can really connect with your community and enjoy all the good things life has to offer.
I love it.
All right, well, that's our deep dive on Water's Edge.
That was fascinating.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.